Hey guys, hoping you can hear me all right. I'm driving a van full of crap that's going to the tip tomorrow, but got some thoughts to share. So, continuing with the theme of my last couple of videos about the philosophy and health of health and how we heal, and we've got these three legs of the stool, and one is the belief, the healthy thinking versus toxic thinking when it comes to you and your own health. The other one is nutrition, which means putting in all the inputs. Actually, it's really more inputs than nutrition. Putting in the everything into your body that your body needs in order to repair and rebuild, and not putting in the toxic things that are unhelpful for the process of repair, which is what healing is. And then the third one is the time. It's actually, you've got to be actually healing, because there's no point having all the materials there and the belief that it's possible if you never actually heal. So what I wanted to discuss in this video is the importance of the first one, which is the thinking, okay, and specifically the belief that your body can heal itself. It knows how to heal itself, right? And the possibility of that. So there's several layers of things that we can think about, but there's a lot of evidence out there that that the way that we think about healing can have a very real effect. There's the just literally on the quantum level. You've got the work of is it Matsuo Emoto, the Japanese scientist who did the experiments with words and thoughts and intentions, and how it changed the structure of water in some kind of quantum way. And we can extend that because our bodies are mostly made of water. There's water in all of our cells, for example, and that seems pretty fundamental. Okay, just as pure, straight up evidence. Now I realize it's controversial work, but to me it's evidence that thought and intention can manifest in the physical realm. Okay, now you've got things like you've got the placebo effect as well, right? Lots of evidence of that from things like people on antidepressants. You give them sugar pills and say, here's your antidepressant, and they report their symptoms improving. Arthritis sufferers reporting their symptoms improving. They've done fake surgery on people where they'll literally anesthetize them, put a cut in their knee, sew it up again, but not perform any surgery. And then people, through the placebo effect, because they believe that they have been treated, they report their symptoms improving. Even certain cancers. So if you want to look into the placebo effect, there's a lot of evidence of how effective it can be with things like asthma. They'll give people fake inhalers that don't contain anything. It's just like water vapor, and they say, "Oh, thank you, it's really helping." So something else I've been looking into as well is prayer. I looked into and this one kind of is fairly black and white actually. That there have been many experiments into intercessory prayer, which is when people pray on behalf of others, and none of these have been shown to have any statistically significant impact on recovery, right? However, religious faith or spiritual beliefs per se do appear to have a relevance, a beneficial impact on your state of health and recovery. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about whether you believe that your body can heal or that something can heal you, right? Like the placebo effect again. But the placebo effect is specifically with exogenous treatments or pharmaceuticals. Okay. So what else is there? But all of this, I mean, taking all of this evidence together, what it really boils down to is the question, well, how important is the belief in our ability to heal, right? Compared to the other things. And I think it's really, maybe it's a bit fatuous to say, you know, that one can be more important than the other, because they obviously they all matter. We know that a lot of people, a lot of the time, can sort a lot of things out through diet alone, through nutrition, okay? And we know absolutely that through convalescence, which is something that's very much gone out of fashion, or through fix as a product to nudge and hack your body into repairing itself, we know these things can work, and they'll work whether you believe that they do or not. If you remove the stresses, which is one way, or take the hops extract and force yourself into recovery, then your body's in recovery, right? I think that the specific relevance of the belief is this. It's that it's like a precursor to our taking action, whatever actions we might take, to get out of our own way and to allow us to heal. And here we find ourselves very much in a battle with the dominant societal paradigm, the cultural paradigm that we're in, which says your body's crap, God's no use, right? Because God can make serious mistakes. You know, you can be born with, if you get cancer, oh, it's genetic. That's what they want you to think. It's genetic bullshit. Yes, this, as the saying goes, genetics might load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. Yes, it might be that there are whether some genes are switched on or switched off, that might make a difference to whether you are, you know, your likelihood of potentially developing some particular type of cancer or whatever, but those things have to be very, very small compared to the lifestyle factors, the pollutants and other things, right? But here's the thing. So I'm thinking of one individual in particular, but there's actually several in my mind, right, who has proven particularly resistant to healing their chronic conditions with nutrition alone, with carnivore diet, right? Now, this individual said, oh, I'm trying to be strict, I'm trying to do this, and kept cheating, kept coming up with reasons and excuses, this, that, and the other. And then I also, in fact, I and somebody else, another friend, contacted this same person to say, you need to get on the fix, because that could be the missing component in your healing, right? And this is how I'm reading the situation right now, and I may be wrong, but the way I'm reading it is that they have got a blockage in their thinking around their body's own ability to heal, your innate, natural healing powers. And for that reason, if you don't believe it, it's not so much that the lack of faith is stopping your body from action. Your body's going to heal. Your body does not need your brain's permission to heal itself. Thank you very much, right? But if your brain is in the way, then your brain will stop you from being strict with your diet. It will stop you from relaxing and expressing and experiencing the gratitude and the self-love that you may need in order naturally to reach that state of rest, repair, digest, heal mode. And it most specifically has stopped this particular individual from saying, yeah, I'll try this this extract, right? And they literally said, in my experience, if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. No, thank you. That was the message, right? And so they haven't tried it, and because they don't believe that it's going to work. And why don't they believe it's going to work? Well, nothing ever works for me. Whatever it may be, I don't know. I'm not in their head. I'm not in their head. But there you go. So, yeah, your body doesn't need your brain's permission to heal, but your brain sure as hell can get in the way of the whole process. And here's the thing about our culture, our society that we're living in, which is that our society does not want you to know the truth, that your body can heal itself, right? And there's a multi-trillion-dollar industry that depends on you not finding out that fact. Okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to wait for the studies that come out to say we've now proven that if you eat a high-fat keto carnivore diet for your life, then you'll avoid 70% of chronic diseases? Are you going to wait for that? Because I'll tell you what, you could be waiting a fucking long time, because it's never going to happen. The reason it's never going to happen is because it's going to cost at least $500 million to do it. And no bugger is going to come up with that money, because they've got too much invested in you being sick and ill and weak and stuck in the illusion that your poor health is just rotten luck and there's nothing that you could do about it. Well, I say bullshit to all of that. You can damn well heal if you believe you can. If you believe you can't, it's like it's what Henry Ford said, isn't it? If you believe you can, or you believe you can't, you're right.